Namaste, yoga friends. Welcome to this week's Kids Yoga Meets Astrology. Today, we are officially out of Mercury Retrograde. However, Mercury Retrograde has what's called a shadow period for 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, 10 days. And during that time, you still can get the effects of a Mercury Retrograde, in which I personally am experiencing this morning. Because if you haven't heard some beeping in the background, it is a smoke detector in my house downstairs that I didn't even realize had batteries in it. I thought they were hot wired into the house, but apparently we needed to change this battery. We did not change our batteries during a Mercury retrograde, which is recommended to do with all your smoke detectors and electronics and whatnot, because Mercury retrograde is notorious for affecting electronics, cars, computers, communications. And so even though yesterday morning we officially came out of the retrograde, we are still in the shadow period, and Mercury retrograde just doesn't want to leave me alone this time. Holy smokes. From the very first day when it affected my wiper blades and my wipers went flying off in the midst of heavy, heavy rains driving home from New York to North Carolina, to today, officially the second day being out of it, to now I have a smoke detector going off all day when I want to work from home. So that is what Mercury retrograde is famous for. It's what it's known for. Are we blaming Mercury? In a way, yes, because it's the energies that it creates, and everything is about energy in our world. So that planet Mercury, it gets a bad rap a lot of times, but it does affect a lot of things in the modern day world. And so it is important to know that now that we have officially started where Mercury is going direct, it actually appears to stop before it starts to go direct now in the next few days. And it's a time that is very void, we'll call it, the void that Mercury's in or whatnot. Going into it, this happened in the sign of Virgo that it went direct. So the sign of Virgo is very specific. Things have to be done a certain way. They are very organized. And so that's why things have to be in order when Mercury retrogrades are coming. But we're also in the sign of Libra right now. It's Libra season. And Mercury retrograde going direct in Libra season is wonderful time for it to be going direct, because Libras are very, 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 very good at communication. They're thinkers. That's why I was pointing to my head. They're very analytical. They kind of see every side of anything going on, and they're able to get through the mud and through the murk and kind of see solutions. They are some of the best negotiators. Their people skills are some of the best people skills out there. When you think of like Dale Carnegie courses, well, I don't know if he was a Libra. My guess is, because that is a Libra. A Libra is just so good. They rarely see the negative or bad in a situation or a person. They always see solutions and have those ideas, but they don't always speak them. So Mercury going into the direct path at this time for it now, and one of the first of 6 planets to come out of retrograde. Hooray, because we've had 6 planets in retrograde, is a great energy thing. Unless you're like me and forgot to take care of the batteries. And so I had to call my husband in a desperate attempt, because even on the ladder, I cannot reach the smoke detector. It is too high for somebody who is height challenged like me. So let's just do a little bit of yoga for a moment, having to do with this Libra season that we're in, with Mercury retrograde going direct, and with Mercury retrograde happening in the sign of Virgo. So we're going to balance our brain, because our brains need to balance right now so that we can think straight, so that we can function, so we can get things done. So we're going to do something called alternate nostril breathing, or the switch breath. You're going to close one nostril, inhale the other, close both, exhale the other, inhale one nostril, close both, exhale the other, inhale one nostril, close both, exhale the other. Now for little kids, we do teach them this, but we have them do it with the two hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Very simple. How this energy affects your children. Mercury retrograde going direct in the Libra season, in the sign of Virgo, could not be better for back to school time. They have been back to school for about a month now. Some children a little bit longer in the South, and they need to focus. They need to concentrate. They need to do things in order. They need to understand if they have homework, they have to get their homework done each night, and when. They have to learn how to manage their time. They have to learn their communication skills, communicating with new friends and old friends, and communicating with teachers. They need to communicate with you. Did they do their homework? Do they have anything you need to see in their backpacks? There is a great amount of things that affect children with the sign of, with the planet Mercury. I personally am feeling scattered right now. I just think it's this smoke detector throwing me, sorry. But again, the sign of Virgo, very detailed, into the details and organization. Help your child be organized for back to school time, and it's been a month now. You will notice where they need help in organizing. Do they need help with their backpack? Are their backpacks a mess every day when they come home? Do they need help organizing time for themselves when they get home to just chill out first and then tackle their homework? Or do they come home, do their homework, and then do the fun things? You know, everybody has a different way of handling after school with their children. If your children are young and under 5, obviously you don't have to worry about that yet, but it is a time where you might notice that they're lining up their toys. You can help them to organize their toys, get bins for their toys, organize their books. What can you take out that they're not playing with anymore, that they've outgrown? So this is all a great time to do this, and now that Mercury has gone direct, or is going direct. And so I hope you like today's tips with Kids Yoga Meets Astrology. We will be back with more fun tips with real life situations as I'm experiencing. Namaste. Have a great yoga day.